All right, future doctors, welcome to Exam Edge. Today, we're diving into a topic that's a huge deal for community medicine, and honestly, it's pretty eye-opening.
I mean, seriously, think about that. The water you drink causing permanent damage. We're going to unpack exactly how that happens. But hey, first, if you want more of these high-yield explainers that just get straight to the point for your exams, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what's coming up.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll identify the threat. Then, we'll look at the devastating damage it can do. After that, we'll check out a really clever local solution, and finally, we'll scale it all the way up to see India's national strategy. You ready? Let's do this.
Okay, let's get right into it. The villain of our story today is a condition called fluorosis. It's a massive public health problem that's often hiding in plain sight.
So what exactly is fluorosis? Well, it's the perfect example of too much of a good thing. We need a little fluoride for healthy teeth, right? But when you start getting way too much of it, and the main culprit is drinking water, it actually becomes toxic.
Now, for your exams, you absolutely positively have to burn this number into your brain. 1.5 parts per million. That is the magic number. The moment fluoride levels in drinking water go above 1.5 ppm, we are officially in the danger zone.
And crossing that 1.5 ppm line isn't just some abstract number. It has real, severe, and devastating consequences for the human body. So let's take a look at the damage this silent menace leaves behind.
Think of fluorosis as having a two-pronged attack. The first line of attack is dental fluorosis. This is the one you can see, the warning sign on the teeth. But the second and much more dangerous attack is on the skeleton itself, leading to a condition that is, and I'm not exaggerating, truly crippling. And this right here, this is pure exam gold. This is Dean's Index, and it lays out the stages of dental fluorosis perfectly. You see, it starts off subtly, with just a few questionable white flecks. Then it becomes more obvious with these opaque white patches. But as it gets worse, into the moderate and severe stages, you get that classic brown staining. The enamel starts to wear away, and you even see pitting on the tooth surface. It's a clear, visible downward spiral.
So, if the dental signs are the warning shot, skeletal fluorosis is the main, devastating blow. It starts with things like joint pain and stiffness, which you might just mistake for arthritis. But then, it progresses into these horrific deformities. We're talking kyphosis, which is a hunchback, or genuvalgum, knock knees. And in the final, most terrifying stage, the ligaments, especially around the spine, they actually start to calcify. They turn to bone. This new bone growth chokes the spinal canal, compressing the spinal cord until paralysis. Your own skeleton literally turns against you.
And believe it or not, the damage doesn't even stop there. To have the full clinical picture, you've got to remember that high fluoride can also cause non-skeletal problems, like serious stomach issues and even neurological symptoms.
Okay, so we've got this massive problem, and it's coming from the water itself. How in the world do you fight that at a local, village level? Well, that brings us to a brilliant and surprisingly simple solution.
Meet the Nalgonda technique. This is such an elegant, low-cost way to get that excess fluoride out of the water. It's almost like a recipe. Step 1, you add alum, which grabs onto the fluoride ions. Step 2, you add lime, which helps all those particles clump together. That's called flocculation. Then step 3, you give it a good stir, let all that gunk settle to the bottom, and then you just carefully pour off the clean, safe water from the top. It's just simple, effective chemistry at work.
Now, a local technique is fantastic, but fluorosis is a nationwide problem. So how do you scale up the fight? Well, you need a national battle plan. Let's look at India's big picture response.
So this is the key moment when things really changed. The National Program for Prevention and Control of Fluorosis, or NPCPF, you got to know that acronym, was officially launched back in 2008-2009. This happened during the 11th five-year plan, and it really marked a major strategic shift in how the country was going to tackle this disease head-on.
So what was the plan? What did this program actually want to do? The objectives were super clear and focused. First, understand the enemy. Collect all the data to see just how bad the problem was. Second, go to the front lines. Conduct detailed surveys in the communities that were actually affected. And third, arm the public. Get health education out there so people know how to prevent it.
And to make all that happen, the NPCPF uses a four-part strategy. It's about constant surveillance, keeping an eye on both the water and the people.
It's about capacity building, training healthcare workers so they know what to do. It's about health promotion to raise awareness. And finally, it's about making sure people who are already sick get the diagnosis and treatment they need. It's the whole public health package.
And just so you know you're getting the real deal, we boiled all of this down from the gold standard textbooks. You know them, Parks and the PSM textbook. So yeah, this is 100% the stuff you need for your exams.
Okay, time for a super fast recap. Let's lock in these key points. Fluorosis, caused by fluoride over 1.5 ppm. Manifestations, 2 types. Dental, which we measure with Dean's index, and the awful skeletal form. The local solution, the Nalgonda technique. And the national strategy, the NPPCF, launched in 2008-2009. You got that? Perfect.
If this explainer helped you get that edge, go ahead and smash that like button. And definitely share it with your batchmates. And hey, drop a comment below and tell us what topic you want us to break down next. And of course, make sure you're subscribed. Now I'll leave you with a question to chew on. We have the science, we have a national plan. But what do you think is the single biggest real-world challenge in getting safe water to every last person? Think about that. I'll see you in the next one.